so excited for fall that I want to transform my living room for September because it needs to be a little extra cozy in here. I'm not a huge fall decorator. Usually I put out 2 pumpkins I've had for many years now. You might recognize them if you've been on the channel for a bit. My blush pumpkin and my wicker pumpkin, which I really do love both of these pieces so much. But I have over the last couple weeks picked up a few more decor pieces. Some are not fall, but they are gonna work really well for this season, and others are a little bit more in your face. Hello, I'm fall. So I thought I'd show you what I'm gonna do in here. The first being replacing my green sphere pillow. I love my green sphere pillow. I'm not getting rid of it. It's pretty new. I'll probably bring it to my bedroom and make the white one the one I put in storage so that I can bring it out for the winter. It's being replaced with a pumpkin pillow. I mean, come on, how adorable is that? The tea on this pillow, if you don't follow me on Instagram, is that I paid $25 for this pillow, which I think is a pretty great price considering Pottery Barn pumpkin pillows this year that look very similar to this one, may I add, are like over, I think it's over 40, 50, 60, and 70. There's 3 different sizes. I think this would be considered the larger one. But this one was only 25 bucks, which I think is really a fair price for something that is so seasonal. Hello? Hello? I think that was a mistake. I love it when you can own a piece of decor like this wicker pumpkin that I've had for years and years and still love it as much as you did when you first bought it. That's how I feel about this pumpkin. Something about it, it's not just the wicker, it's the 2 tones on it that just make me so happy. I love putting this out every year. And when I was out at HomeSense buying the pumpkin pillow, I also found the wicker mushroom. So now I have a wicker mushroom and a wicker pumpkin. They look like they're making a wicker village together of produce. You could technically eat both of these. I don't know. But I love this little mushroom guy. Again, it's 2 tones of wicker. It's not the same coloring for the top and the bottom. So I think that gives it visual interest. I'm pumped to see where I put this. I've talked a lot about how much I like battery operated pillar candles. I have had these for quite a bit now. The naked look of them on their own is definitely fine. But I also found these on a separate trip to HomeSense. I feel like HomeSense is always a great place to find decor because they don't carry the same things all the time or even the same thing store to store. So when you find something, it feels a little bit more unique. This I wouldn't say is unique, but it's a candle pillar holder that I've come across I actually like. I haven't really found ones I love, and I think this just really matches the wood style I have going on in this living room. And I got 3 that are at different heights because things that are paired in 3 just really work for the eyeball. Something about pairs of 3 or pairs of odd number things. Pairs of odd numbers, groups of odd number things feels right in our eyes, apparently. That's, I think, the designing rule. It's not technically a fall piece of decor, but I've been waiting to introduce them into my space until it's fall because I just think it'll have some extra oomph. I often talk about how changing textiles is a really great way to decorate for a new season without a huge commitment like an actual piece of decor. But I actually think this current arrangement, especially with that yellow, is gonna work for the fall season. So at least for now, I'm not gonna mess around with these. Except for you, my friend. Come here. I mean, how cute. I'm gonna take off this tag, but I am obsessed. I hate to say it, but I think it's kind of quirky. Ugh. Okay, big fan, big fan. Got some zucchini and red pepper in my air fryer, and I'm about to get some chickpea pasta cooking. I've actually really been liking alternative pastas for a while now, but as of late I've been like seeking them out, I guess more so at the grocery store. This one is chickpea, which is so funny because I used to always call chickpeas until I realized it's just chickpeas, but this one's made with chickpeas and lentils. I like it as a vegetarian because it gives me extra protein. Like one serving has 23 grams of protein, which is pretty nice. Like obviously nothing is going to ever be fresh old school pasta, but if you're looking for something during the week to kind of give you a little extra protein, I feel like this is a decent option, especially if you're using tomato sauce, but I even like it with my olive oil dressings. Got some candlelight going in here. Veggies. I've actually really been into roasting or air frying whole, like bigger pieces of the veggie, and then afterwards bringing it to a cutting board and just slicing it really thin. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Don't I look sophisticated? I feel sophisticated. Thank you very much. I also need to get the batteries changed on these guys. They haven't turned on yet, but when they do, they're kind of a little dim. So batteries, batteries, batteries. Oh, hello, Money Tree and Wilma. Also, guys, I don't know what's going on with Mama. She's getting a little like crazy up in here. Someone had told me like she looks like she needs to be repotted, but she's got room. It's not like she doesn't got space in there. It doesn't look like she's fully squished around, but I don't know. I'm gonna try and find a picture of what she looked like when I first got her, when I took like a couple leaves from my aunt. Never ceases to amaze me how much she's grown. And Pebbles is also growing tall. Pebbles looks like she needs to be transferred to a new pot. That's a future me problem. The veggies just came out of the air fryer and look, they look so toasty. Look at that zucchini. Excellent. So I'm gonna chop these up nice and thin. Look at how yummy that is. Just a pile of peppers. Honestly, guys, I'm pretty impressed I did that with one hand. Wow, I'm very orange right now, but I'm just gonna go with it. I'm currently browning some butter because I'm gonna make, you're not ready for this. You're not ready. I don't think you can guess what I'm about to make. We're making Rice Krispies treats. I have not had Rice Krispie squares. Actually, I'm lying. I actually just had Rice Krispie squares. At Starbucks, I ordered like the marshmallow bar and it changed my life. I hadn't had one in years. And then I went on TikTok and the algorithm must have been watching me because it showed me a recipe for browned butter Rice Krispie treats. It's like an elevated Rice Krispie treat. So I'm currently browning my butter. I've got marshmallows. I'm using the Dandy's marshmallows, so extra fancy. I'm gonna add some vanilla. I'm gonna add maybe a little bit of cinnamon, really make them fall-esque. I feel like browned butter Rice Krispie treats just feels like a very fall thing to do. Stay tuned. Earlier today, I visited Shoppers and I ended up picking up a few beauty products that I needed to restock and some that are just in preparation for fall because Shoppers was having, if you spent $100, you get $30,000 or 30,000 points, which is equivalent to $30. So if you spend just around $100 as close as you can, you pretty much are getting 30% off. First thing I picked up, which really prompted this, was a new eyebrow pencil from Benefits Cosmetics. Years ago, Benefits Cosmetics sent me like a whole plethora of eyebrow products because I feel like they're really known for their eyebrow line. They have so many different versions of eyebrow pencils, it's a little overwhelming. And ever since I tried them from that PR box with their eyebrow products specifically, I have been hooked. I had to restock. I got the Precisely My Brow pencil in color 3.75. I feel like this is just such an easy pencil to use for defining my eyebrows. I pretty much never skip that step in my makeup routine because I feel like it makes such a difference. I had to get that, and this never goes on sale, so it was nice to get it during this points event so that I got a little bit of a discount. I also restocked on my concealer because I'm about to run out. This is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eraser Corrector Concealer. I get the shade 130. I also restocked on the Physicians Formula bronzer. It was on sale, which was great. I think I tried this blush like in high school, but I got it again in the Glow and Mood Boosting Blush shade Rose. I love using liquid blushes right now, but I wanted a powder option, so I think this should do the trick. Last thing I got also on sale was the L'Oreal Voluminous Brown Bomb Mascara. I got this from a recommendation from a friend of mine, Nadine, if you're watching this. I got this because of you. I hope this is the right one. Something about brown mascara just feels like September, October, November vibes. Something about it that I feel like this is the season to be a little bit more brown with my mascara. We'll see if I end up liking it. This should be interesting. Brown mascara, ooh la la. But there you have it, like 5 drugstore makeup products excluding the Benefit eyebrow pencil, and you've got like $100. gone. I do feel better though because I got my points, and I feel like I am in this season of making sure that I'm really smart with my points at Shoppers right now, because I like taking advantage at Christmas with Christmas shopping to use it during like spend your points events, where like you can redeem 200,000 points for $300 instead of $200, so you can kind of even get some more savings there when you build up your points. So I'm in my point building era. I'm joking, but I literally am like that with everything right now. I'm like paying so close attention to credit card bonuses or bonus offers, cashback offers at sites like Rakuten, or here in Canada we have Aeroplan points. Like I am just trying to find ways to maximize my dollar, because it's just one way to fight against some of the inflation we've been dealing with. Another way is just not to spend money, obviously, but money still sometimes has to get spent. So if I'm gonna spend it, I want to maximize my dollar as far as it can go. On that note, because of fall's upcoming arrival, I also got a few things from Uniqlo, some basics that I was missing out in my wardrobe. First thing I got was this pair of dress pants in this beautiful classic gray color. Would you be surprised to know that I don't have this color of dress pant in my collection? I feel like this is one of the staples you should probably get before you get into any fun colors. I feel like this is a kind of dress pant that I imagine being more willing to dress down. Big fan. And they do free hemming there. So if you are someone who really suffers with finding dress pants that are okay for your height, I know some of my shorter friends sometimes struggle in that department. They do free pant alterations. I just love how convenient that service is. So something to know. It's shocking to say, but I do not have a long sleeve gray turtleneck. And this feels like one of those pieces that is crazy that I don't have in my wardrobe right now. This is specifically the extra fine merino wool machine washable ribbed turtleneck sweater. I got it for $49.90. This is a closet staple for a reason, because you can wear it on its own, you can wear it under blazers, you can layer it with other sweaters, but it's nice and thin, so it doesn't feel like, as far as turtlenecks go, a really bulky turtleneck that is gonna suffocate me. This really feels like something that's easy to wear in the cooler months, kind of like the equivalent of wearing a t-shirt in the summer months. Uniqlo also has like a whole line of tanks that have built-in bras. This is one of them. I got it in black. I have smaller boobs, so like this really works for me. I don't know if someone with a bigger chest would have a little bit of a harder time with something like this, but for someone who doesn't have a ton going on here, I do like the fact that this gives me a little bit of support and also just like a little bit of coverage too. I did finally succumb to the temptation to get the viral Uniqlo crossbody bag. This is like their version of the viral belt bag that Lululemon had. I've just been finding that my belt bag from Lululemon, the 1 liter one, they now have like a bigger one, a 2 liter one. Sometimes it's just not big enough for doing certain errands when I want to carry like even a reusable bag with me. Like my Lululemon one can get filled really quickly, so it's great for quick little things here and there or for doing walks, but I just sometimes need a little bit of extra room, and this bag has that little bit of extra room. It looks small, but it actually can fit so much. There you have that. There's a few other things that I am like looking for this fall season, or as we head into this fall season, like items of clothing that I want to keep an eye out for that I know I don't have in my wardrobe right now. Obviously I just did my closet makeover, so I want to be very strategic going into this newer season when buying like new things or adding new things to my wardrobe, that I'm being very intentional with what I'm bringing in, because I don't want to overwhelm or take away from the progress that I made with my closet organization. I want to give this blush a try. Ooh, it has that fun powder, but then also a little brush that I will never use right in the compact there. See, I think that added just like a nice little touch of color, so that's great for an everyday blush. The last step in my makeup routine before lips is mascara, so we shall see how this goes. I like the stick on this. Oh my god, I have dry spots here. That's one eye with it, one eye without it. I like it. To me, it just seems like a little less intense than a black mascara, which is what I kind of expected. Especially if you put mascara on your bottom lashes, I just find it's a little bit more natural looking. Why is my dryness already starting? It is not time for that. I've had this for a bit. This is the Lip Butter Balm from Summer Friday in the color Brown Sugar. This one is gonna be something I think I use a lot in the fall. It's just really great plum. And there you have that. Always feels good when I finish a nonfiction book. I finally wrapped up with Quit Like a Millionaire by Christy Shen and Bryce Lang, a BS-free guide to growing your wealth, retiring early, and living life on your own terms. So all of that sounded really interesting to me. I'd also heard from other people that I know that they had really enjoyed this. I've read quite a bit of finance books, and I also invest in stocks personally, and I do a lot of education on that front. So there was a lot in here that I will say just wasn't news to me. So it didn't give me that like aha feeling that I think some people might get from this, especially if you're new to the game, if you are trying to figure out how to make your money work for you in a smart way. So although it wasn't like a slam dunk, oh my goodness, amazing book for me, I do think it's one that is really valuable for people to read if they are kind of confused by what their options are for growing their money. I like how the book focuses on mindset, and it gives a lot of examples of portfolios. There are a lot of US examples, especially with like US accounts like Roth IRA, but they do bring in the Canadian equivalents, which is nice because oftentimes finance books that I've read are typically addressed to those in the States and not in Canada. So that was a nice little touch of this one. I'll have a link down below in the description box if you're curious to check it out though. I've also gotten back into my like daily readings, which are the daily inspiration from the monk who sold his Ferrari by Robin Sharma, and also the daily stoic 366 meditations on wisdom, perseverance, and the art of living by Ryan Holiday. Both of these have like daily pages that you read. I've gotten back into these. I've gotten back into like being consistent with my 10-minute daily meditation with the Calm app, and just trying to get back on track with those habits, because I feel like during the summer there's just a lot going on and it's easy to get distracted. But mind you, there's also a lot that kind of starts to happen towards the end of the year as well. So I feel like this is the perfect sweet spot to get back into the swing of things so that I'm in a good spot for when things get chaotic again. The quote of the day today was, happiness is not about chasing greater net worth, it's about cultivating a greater self-worth. It's not about having more money, but about finding more meaning. And it's not about only being successful, but about being truly significant. A person who creates lasting value in the world. A little bit on the heavier side, but these ones are pretty short and just like good like mind starters, brain thinkers, gets your brain going once you read them, you know what I'm trying to say. On my Kindle, I'm currently reading The Long Game by Elena Armaz. This is the newest book that I think is, by the time this video comes out, it should be out September 5th, I believe. I got an e-arc of it, so I'm starting to read it now, and I'm a couple chapters in. So far, we are deep dived in. I'm having a lot of fun with that. This author is known for writing The Spanish Deception, which was a huge book talk famous book. And yeah, I'm just like in a good period of reading. I'm just wanting to slow down a bit because I feel like this summer was a bit of an intense rush. I know we're technically still in summer, only at the end of September that we make the switch officially into the fall, but the gears are starting. It's even like cooler out today. I had to turn off my AC. Let me know what nonfiction book you're currently reading. I need to pick another one to start tackling, so I'm gonna get on that. And it was nice just kind of connecting again this week. I feel like it's been a few weeks since you and I have been able to chit chat with the closet makeover and the stationery haul. We've kind of been distracted with other things, but it was nice to kind of bring it back to the regular vlog. So hopefully you enjoyed it. I will see you soon with a new one. Until then, bye guys.
You are like gold dust over me, just like an angel setting me free. Where are you now? Do you feel safe? I don't need an answer, just need some space. Don't let me die.